This is who I am.
Hey guys, welcome to the Nuggcast, your source of weekly gaming news. I'm Georgia.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Leafy as here.
Oh my god.
And I'm the salt and pepper you throw off the table and never sweep up, Gabby.
Alright.
Done. That's it. Don't you dare cut that.
This week,
I will.
This week we got a lot of news.
We do have a lot of news. Are we just going straight into
Yeah,
the
we're
news?
going.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Straight
That
into
was
the
the intro.
news.
We only did it once.
Let's do it. Let's do a news.
Let's do it live.
Alright.
It's live.
So, you guys know Terra, the MMO? I think we actually mentioned it last week,
Probably,
just
yeah.
off,
Yeah.
off topic. So,
I used to be,
I
I used to play her a lot. I used to
Yeah.
be in the end game.
Is
Yeah.
it terrible?
No, it's wonderful.
It is actually quite nice. It's quite a nice MMO. But anyway, so, a user called Gogakek, so they've got an interesting name. It's, you probably can't read my writing anyway. Gozakek, I believe their name is.
that's better.
As well as some users on Discord, so they were a Reddit user, and some people on Discord discovered that the chat for the game actually uses a very exploitable form of HTML. Which is not good, because with the right person, you could, theoretically, it could quite easily be hacked. And the fact that nobody's found this up until now is honestly astounding to me.
It's really scary.
But these kinds of hacks can do, like, a lot of things. Like, they have direct access to your computer with these kinds of hacks. They can
You could
do
very
whatever they
easily
need
just
to.
spread malware through Terra.
Yeah, very
Which would
easily. Like, you could
Quite
spread malware, like the fact that, like, people have the logins for their accounts, it's got passwords and things stored
Yeah.
there, like, there's so many things. So, En Masse, who's the company that makes it, Terra, they've stated that they're taking this very seriously and that they've disabled the chat until further notice. They've also stated that they've found that the vulnerability hasn't been used as far as their knowledge goes, but
As
that's,
far as their
you know,
knowledge goes.
yeah, it's like I feel like they would have ways to test it.
Is
but
everybody who's typed in the chat vulnerable?
no. So it's because it's it would have to be like I believe with this kind of thing it would have to be like during that session, like somebody's
Well,
there.
no. What I mean is,
and
like,
that's,
if you talk to somebody, you're vulnerable.
essentially, I think
Because
even
the
if you
thing-
don't talk, I believe you'd be
you're
vulnerable
online.
If you're
because
online.
everybody's running it. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say it's particularly sucky for Terra because of how their, like, political system works. Because, you know, you have to campaign to be, you know, a leader in the area, sort of thing.
Oh.
So it's like, particularly, there's a lot of talking in Terra.
Yeah, there is, and that's So
Is that why it was
quite interesting.
exploitable HTML?
I don't know.
To make it
It's-
easier to talk, like making the chat system easier?
Honestly, I
Or
think
just
it's just
lighter?
that I think they're just using like I believe that is the case. It's a lighter version of the chat. I don't know if they particularly used it because they needed it for a certain
Yeah.
feature.
It's
but
a
I think
chat-heavy
it's-
game, and you can talk to other servers because you can flip servers. So you can be like, I need to click into this world.
It would make sense if
Yeah.
they're using like the easiest
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
lightest chat thing. Because
Like,
that
if
would
it's
come
work,
up.
if it
Yeah.
works, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fix it if you're gonna be
Well,
hacked.
now that we know it doesn't work, we're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
They're pretty good about it from my
Yeah.
customer services experiences with them. Because one time I actually had a weird charge happen where I think I accidentally clicked something and they refunded it within the
No,
day.
you were hacked.
Maybe I was hacked,
You were hacked through the chat.
but like they refunded me within the day. So
That's good, yeah.
But as of time of recording, from what I can find, I can't see any news that states the chat is back up and running. I didn't bother to install Terra to check, but nowhere has
'Cause it's
reported that
big,
it
yeah.
started working again.
Yeah.
But also I'm not sure if anywhere would
Well, they
actually
might
run with
have
the
to-
story
yeah.
that it's brought back up, because that's nothing.
They
in
might have
regard
to do a
news.
full overhaul of the
let's be
thing, so
honest.
it might take a little while.
The people who play Terra will know when it's back up because they
Yeah.
play Terra.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly right. And
Like the people that it,
Yeah.
people that it.
They'll know because it'll be there.
yeah.
It's all
And
over.
just like if you play Terra, just make sure you haven't been hacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Run
Your
a little.
passwords.
Yeah, change your password. Run that thing.
Mm.
Your virus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Run your viruses.
They've
Turn your viruses off and on again, make sure they're running properly.
Yeah, I believe that if there is, like, if they have found anybody has actually used this exploit, then they will, like, inform people, hopefully,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's generally what they do.
Well, they
because,
have said that they haven't found any evidence of it.
Yeah,
being
but just because
Yeah.
they haven't found it, just be safe.
Yeah, you need to be worried sometimes. Yeah. So, you guys remember last week we spoke about Deck Splash?
Yes.
So
Dick
a quick update about Dick Splash.
Yeah. Did they make it?
They didn't.
No.
Oh, by a long shot.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody could have predicted that.
Yeah, they missed the mark. The game's been cancelled. They've officially announced, yep, we're cancelling it. Which, to be fair, they stuck by their word, which means that it is less of a marketing campaign than I thought, because I honestly thought they would release it regardless. So,
Retrospect. Before they even put the game up, there should have been marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They should have
exactly.
been just pay a little money to your advertisers. It's fine.
they
Facebook
expected...
advertising isn't even that expensive.
No,
and
it's really not.
good. I've
Yeah.
used it myself, and it's really
Yeah.
good.
I think they expected the media buzz around what they were doing would be enough.
That's,
And it
But
was.
there's
that's
been
an
a
ego.
lot of news going on at the same time.
It was,
That's true.
you know, a
Definitely
fault in
pushed
their
to the
ego,
side.
perhaps.
They picked a bad news week.
They
Pick a
did.
slower
They really
news
did.
week.
They also, like, people love a countdown to something, so
Yeah.
they should have announced a countdown and then done
Yeah.
it. Like, a slow burn for this would be
Give us a
good.
10-day
Yeah.
countdown,
Yeah.
and then the week that it's up. And
Yeah, and
Yeah.
people would do it.
Yeah.
And then promote the countdown part.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. So the game itself, it had mostly positive reviews. From what I'd seen from some people, like the negative reviews were mostly it kind of borrows things from Tony Hawk and borrows things from Splatoon, but never
But
really
doesn't unify them?
Well, the problem is that it doesn't really hit the mark with either.
So-
Like the skateboarding doesn't feel particularly fulfilling, and the Splatoon does the area
Well,
coverage way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's trying to hit two things and missing both
Yeah.
of
It
them.
was.
It was a demo.
Yeah,
Exactly.
at worst they'll probably be able to sell the concept to someone else. So if they're not,
Splatoon gets a new game mode.
yeah,
Oh, that would actually be really awesome.
Deck Splash game mode coming to Splatoon 2,
I'd
March
play it.
2018.
There we go.
What?
You
Can
predicted it.
I-
Can they use surfboards instead of skateboards?
They could.
Probably,
Very
yeah.
easily.
Or
that
like
would be
some
smart.
sort of sea animal?
Yeah,
Like a squid.
No, because they are squids. They got
Yeah.
right
That
other
is true.
yeah, like a surfboard or just
like a clamshell.
It'd be like a piggyback.
that'd be cute. But a skateboard would fit their like urban
But humans
aesthetic.
don't ride other humans around.
It's called a piggyback.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Not doing like ollies and a thing.
You're not piggybacking, right?
No.
So, yeah, at this point, that's pretty much what's going on with that.
Bye-bye,
It was
Dick
just a little
Splash.
bit of an update, but yeah,
I'm
that's
glad that we followed up with it because I wanted to know it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Dick Splash. Deck
yeah.
Splash.
Rest in peace.
Surely was a dick and a splash.
Hey.
More of a flop.
So we have a lot of EA news this week.
EA?
EA has been really on it.
They really have. Just
Not even
left,
just
right,
this
and
week,
centre.
This last month or so, it's just all E EA.
I'd like to propose a, it's not a simile. What is it when you're calling something else?
A metaphor, or if you're saying it's a
Comparison.
simile, if
Like
this
something
is like
metaphor.
that's
That's
a
a
simile.
simile.
I
Similarity.
think EA is just like the Disney of video games, but eviler.
Okay,
Disney's
I get
pretty
that.
evil.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying eviler
Shit.
because Disney hasn't actually shut down studios. They've just bought
No,
them.
they just like absorb them.
yeah
that's
absorb
okay.
them.
But those
Yeah.
people get jobs at
They
Disney.
get a lot of money
The-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
suppose the only one-up that EA has from Disney is it wasn't founded by an anti-Semite, so that's...
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but we have no
That's-
idea.
Yeah, you
We
know
have no
what?
idea.
You know what? I retract that. We do not know the anti-Semitism status of the CEO of EA.
He can let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. I want to know if
Because he's listening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's listening.
100%.
Anyone listens to the Nuggcast.
Anybody that we talk about, I tweet at.
Yeah.
Every time.
But like, don't you see that similarity?
Yeah, I get it.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of Disney making their properties better, they just kill their properties.
Yeah.
Speaking of killing properties, who's next on the chopping block, Ryan?
Well, hopefully not Respawn, because
No, it is.
like it is Respawn. So
Bye, Respawn.
basically,
3 years.
yeah. So this week,
2020 max.
yeah. So this week, EA acquired Respawn Entertainment for $455 million. So one of the interesting things I saw about this is they're only actually paying them $315 million.
Okay.
Which is they're getting both money and stocks, but honestly,
Yeah, where's the other 140 going?
So the extra 140 million will be if they hit incentive targets.
Oh, God.
So think, do you remember the controversy with Fallout New Vegas where they were 1 Metascore point away from getting their bonus at the end of the year? Yeah,
They're like
if they don't hit
$40,000 bonus.
Oh,
yeah, so
God.
that's about what we're looking at there. So they don't get the full amount unless they hit
Ruins
their
Christmas
targets.
for people.
And let's be honest, this is EA that we're talking about. They're not going to hit the targets.
No, they're setting them up for failure.
Yeah.
And the problem is, like, having targets isn't too bad.
No, not at all.
Metacritic is the worst thing, and that's what they use, and it's awful. But
Metacritic is probably the worst one.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
what they
it's
need
an
to do
aggregate.
is if they're going to have a target, they need to like sit down and be like, this is what our target's going to be. This is how we think you can achieve it. If you take these steps, there you go.
But instead, they go into a boardroom and say, our target is a 77 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Any lower is a complete failure. Any higher
And
is...
then the developers
you
go,
know.
okay, well, realistically, we don't want loot boxes, we don't want microtransactions. And I was like, no!
Yeah. Oh,
We're
God.
getting our loot boxes.
I wouldn't understand a monetary goal, but
Yeah.
Metacritic goal is so hard to
Like
get.
a monetary goal is also more reasonable, because that
Yeah.
mostly comes down to marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hell, look how World of Warcraft's sold.
yeah.
That's definitely a shit game that lasted very little amount of time.
Yeah, it is. But so basically, how this all came about was a South Korean company, Nexon, was actually going to acquire them. And because EA was also on the list to acquire them, they went, hey, if you can match this number that Nexon is paying for it, then you can acquire it. And they're just like, yeah, we're going to do it.
We will match it, but we'll portion some
Why
of it off
would
for
they
later,
do that?
maybe.
Well, so here's the interesting thing about Respawn. Respawn at the moment is working on a Star Wars game.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other thing. You know what? You know Visceral? The company they
Yeah.
just axed? They were also working on a Star Wars game that they weren't happy about.
That's true.
Honestly,
the
it's
only
looking
Star Wars.
like they literally cut Visceral out so that they could acquire Respawn.
What? Do we have any information about this game?
So we don't, besides both of them were third-person Star Wars games. That's all we have
Okay,
about
so-
both of them.
My bet's that it's a third-person multiplayer game, because that's what EA
Because
wants.
they didn't want the single-player
Exactly.
game. Exactly.
What if they just want to be the only publisher of Star Wars games?
Like, that
Which
is
would
true.
make
That's
most
not hard.
sense.
It would.
It'd
Just get bought by Disney.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm like so confused about. Is how come Disney is just letting so many people run away with Star Wars?
Star Wars is
they're-
a very acquirable property. Have you seen?
I would have seen that it got. I would have thought that it would have got locked up once Disney bought it, though.
No.
This is where all the money is.
It was quite locked up, but since honestly, when it was all just LucasArts before Disney acquired them, that's when it was the most locked up. But then once Disney got it, they're like, okay, we need to farm out this property, and that's why
also
all this
cut
new
it
stuff is
every-
They
coming
also
out.
cut a lot of extended universe stuff, which they need to make up for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
These
did.
games can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but that's why we see so much Star Wars merch, because any
Yeah.
company with the right money can just like be like, hey, can I just fucking have R2D2 and Yoda on shit? And
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, that's why,
If you fuck it up, it's on your head.
yeah, like that's why there's like a Mickey Mouse and Minnie, cause like, and Daiso stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can just buy the rights to manufacture that picture. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
But yeah, that's honestly, that's I'm not looking forward to Respawn being left to die like EA does for every other franchise that it acquires, but it's for the meantime.
I was just thinking about this. Every other franchise, every other developer that EA has acquired have always been riding on some success when they were acquired. Wasn't the last thing Respawn did Titanfall 2?
Yeah, it
Now,
was.
yeah, that did really well, but not that well.
Yeah, so the problem with it was Titanfall 1 had great publicity,
I
but it was okay.
No,
it wasn't
a
amazing,
great
but
game.
okay.
The problem was that the player base wasn't there. It's the same thing that Dex Splash, why that one's been cancelled. The number of players just wasn't there.
From what I've heard, Titanfall 2 was a big improvement and was actually amazingly good. The problem was, the problem was, it came out at the same time as Battlefield 1 and the new Call of Duty, and not the newest Call of Duty, but Infinite Warfare, and it was completely overshadowed by them, and so it just didn't sell anything.
I'm pretty sure James bought both, but only played Titanfall after like a couple of weeks. Because he's a Battlefield player.
So what it could be is like, they were good games. It was just a marketing thing, which I suppose EA could fix.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like they made a really good game in the form of Titanfall. I'm excited to see what they do with Star Wars. I'm just concerned about EA acquiring them, honestly, because it's they're a good developer up to this point. So
Bye.
It's nice to know ya.
It's kind of like when EA buys stuff, you're just like, oh, that's just terminal.
Yeah.
Like your friends just told you that your terminal, like, okay, processing.
And there's not very many options as a consumer that you can do about it. You can either buy and play the game, and if it's good, then awesome, that's a good game.
Yeah.
But if you just buy a game because you don't want Respawn to disappear, it's a bad game.
Yeah.
It's not really just. You should vote with your money.
Yeah.
You shouldn't take. You shouldn't take pity.
No, you can't.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't. EA can't stop. Won't stop.
No, but I'm saying like you should vote with your money, and if you think it's a good game, buy it. But you shouldn't just pity buy things, in my opinion. Just because you're like, oh, I don't want this Respawn to die. And I'm like, well, they chose. At the end of the day, they chose to be bought by EA over Nexon, in this case.
Yeah.
Do we have anything about Nexon?
No, I don't actually know anything about them. It's interesting that they were going to acquire them, though.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing their name on anything.
Yeah,
I've seen them on. I've seen them. I think they might be because I've seen them specifically in like 7-Elevens and stuff on the purchasable cards. So I think that they have a bunch of games that you can buy income for through those cards.
Distributor like EA is?
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they are.
Origin, right?
Yeah.
It could also be that they specifically make South Korean games and they were looking at expanding.
I absolutely believe that too, because the market's getting so...
Yeah.
They specialize in online games for PC and mobile.
Yeah,
Have a look at what they've done. Anything notable on PC? Counter-Strike, Nexon Zombies, Counter-Strike Online, Counter-Strike Online 2.
So they're just Counter-Strike boys.
Dirty Bomb, Dungeon Fighter Online.
Oh, Dirty Bomb. That was a decent game.
FIFA Online 3, EVE Online.
Okay,
there we go.
There we go, Eve.
That's why the cards are there.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
about
it would
it.
be something big like
That's
that.
all the interesting ones.
I feel like I should have known about them, but well, now I do.
Big shocker that it was me that knew the most.
Yeah. But
We all have our
going back to Georgia, talking about speaking with your money. More news about EA.
Oh, boy.
So here's how it's going so far. The people who pre-ordered Battlefront 2 have gotten their games on November 13th because you get early access. I'm not sure if you need to pre-order a special edition or if it's just if you pre-order. People aren't particularly happy, and with pretty good reason.
It's your favourite thing in the entire world of gaming, right?
I know, it's my favourite thing. So basically what's happened is EA is going into damage control and went on Reddit stating that the intent is to provide the players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for achieving different... oh, God. I can't
Ryan
even read my
can't even read his own.
fucking handwriting.
Is this just
It's-
from the Reddit post?
Yeah, this is from the Reddit post.
The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. As for cost, we selected initial values based upon data from the open beta and other adjustments made to milestones rewards before launch. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course attainable via gameplay. We appreciate the candid feedback and the passion the community has put forth around the current topics here on Reddit, our forums, and across numerous social media accounts. Our team will continue to make changes and monitor community feedback and update everyone as soon as and as often as we can.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't have 100 hours in my fucking week to play a Star Wars game. To be honest, and I'm not gonna pay $50 fucking to unlock shit.
Yeah.
It is not a milestone to get a weapon that should be free to use, and it is not just have what you had in Battlefront, and it's just like a diorama bullshit.
Yes,
which is
so-
achievement shouldn't be earning something. It's unfair.
So from what I
That shouldn't be
understand,
the only, like, it's not the base level things, no.
To explain this, because I don't think it was actually explained.
Yeah, the system.
The big controversy is that they're keeping fan favorite characters locked to achievements.
Yeah.
So, well, basically, you need to earn credits. So, specifically, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker
Yes.
are two of the big ones. To unlock them, you would need to play about 40 hours of gameplay to earn enough credits, which you can also
For one
use
of them,
credits
right?
for other things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Those
one of
credits
them.
to purchase one of them.
Yeah.
So, about 40 hours of gameplay to get that.
Yeah.
People aren't particularly happy. There's also things about, like, the loot boxes themselves that you need to buy, and they have cards in them, and the cards get higher level, and it's, like, completely pay to win. Like, you get, like, more weapon damage, better better regenerating health and stuff from these loot boxes that that you can pay for, or you can earn them through gameplay.
No, that's absolute bullshit. Because the reason I stopped playing Battlefront 1 is because everyone excelled super fast in front of me and I couldn't catch up, and it's just annoying to play. And people coming in later, your game is actually fucking useless 3 months later because everyone who's playing the game has been playing that long.
Yeah.
It's because
You know?
what they're doing here is the people that pre-order and they get their special editions, they get their $120 special edition that
And they
they've
get
got,
the game
and
early?
And they get the game early, and they get all of this
think that
stuff.
I have to say-
and then if you
What-
sorry,
Just bringing it back to Terra even, I jumped on the launch of Terra. That's when I was in. I got the I got the highest tier special edition, and I have a fucking beautiful white lion to ride on because of it. That's all you fucking need to give people. Just give them,
Everything else. Just
and
give
like
them TLC.
yeah, and like okay, you want to do achievement things? Give us Luke Skywalker in his poncho outfit as an unlockable thing. Don't make base things that are like actual things.
Yeah.
If
you're gonna make a campaign,
high level achievements,
like the whole point of
Because this is not WoW. This is the thing, is I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of like WoW, but this is not like WoW. WoW is a time investment that people need to put. So it's not an MMO. It's it's online, but you know what I mean?
How long? And it's probably going to be similar to Battlefront 1. How long did one match last?
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's actually no. It can take up to like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's why it just takes campaigns just take forever.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you'd have to play so much, and with this shit about average, you're doing people average. You're being really unfriendly to just casual players.
Yeah, that's
I
the
would say
thing.
myself is a casual player of
Of
Battlefront.
those sort of games, yeah.
And there was no point to fucking playing it once thing
No.
for a point. And
That's just so wildly unfriendly.
if you pay $80 to play a Star Wars game and you have to unlock 2 of the main characters, that's bullshit.
Because
That's
this
I
is the
wouldn't mind side
confusing part.
characters.
Yeah, this is
Or
the confusing
outfits.
part to me. Is this is the achievement system and the unlocking system seems so similar to an MMO like WoW. But the
Yeah.
thing is, WoW doesn't have. WoW has leveling zones. There's different zones where
Yeah.
the new players are with the new players, and then some
No,
people
Battlefront's
come
not
over
like
and
that.
gank.
No, well, yeah,
but
it's a
it's a completely different game, and
Yeah.
they're using. I just feel like they're using the wrong achievement and unlock system for the wrong type of game. It's
Achie-
weird.
The achievement system in WoW works really well. Because
Yeah.
anything that you can unlock, and you
It
don't
is-
unlock
No, yeah.
things for every achievement.
Yeah, it's
But
achievable
when this-
things, and they're long-term goals.
But
Yeah.
the things that you do unlock
Yeah.
are rewards that don't give you any in-game
No.
statistical benefit.
No.
This is
It's
exactly.
all aesthetic.
Here's-
This is
Yeah.
exactly the shit that I was saying was wrong with it. Is
Yeah.
that you have to get up to level 50 to have anything decent. You and like it's so annoying.
I've got some numbers that you guys are going to love.
No, I don't want to know because I
I
want
do.
to.
Yeah.
Say
Because the
numbers.
game is so fucking beautiful, but it's so unplayable for me.
Start spitting numbers at me.
A user on r/Star Wars Battlefront has done an updated time estimate to unlock all heroes and star cards to level 4 in-game. It will take an estimated 4,528 hours of
Hey,
gameplay to unlock everything,
That's ridiculous. How
or
many?
$2,100 in microtransactions.
Oh, I want to. Hey, EA Battlefront, kill yourself. I mean it because that's bad.
That's so much money.
That's
Fucking
disgusting.
God.
I'm now scrolling through the Reddit to try and find that.
Yeah,
Is that for-
That's disgusting.
it's honestly
No,
the
I'm
worst.
so.
I don't think you could even spend that much money on WoW. You could buy gold. You can't buy gold. You can't buy gold.
So,
You can buy
if
gold.
we
oh, you
we
can
re-
now? Okay.
Yes, through
Okay.
WoW tokens.
Yeah. Okay.
If we rewind the news back a little bit, so the Reddit post that we were referencing earlier has become the most downvoted Reddit post in Reddit's
In history? Yeah.
That's
so
from me signing up to multiple accounts and my fucking self.
so it has minus 680,000 points.
Good.
And the previous record was a guy who was asking for people to downvote him. Minus 24k.
Holy moly.
They smashed the record, and honestly, congratulations, EA.
Yeah, I hope
Like,
you feel
round
really
of,
good.
Round of applause for EA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great. I don't remember what year it was that EA was voted the worst company in the world, and they
This
swore
year.
that they would change. Well, not this.
I voted them just now.
They probably will be this year, but I
This year,
believe
yeah.
2014 or 2015 was
Yeah.
when they were
Still pretty recent.
they were
I
voted.
think 15 because wasn't 2016 FIFA?
Yeah,
One
it
of them
was.
was
FIFA is owned by EA.
Can I just quickly say, there's
It
been a lot of
is.
gold handed out in this Reddit thread.
Yeah, it is.
Because
People,
people
are
are
just.
just like supporting each other in this hard time.
Yeah, this is so disappointing because I was really looking forward to this game because if you see the art and everything for it,
Yeah.
it's fucking good. And
Yeah,
you
I've
know
seen
how
art for it.
much I love the production design of Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know how much I love Star Wars.
And like everyone's like Star Wars because it's, you know, Star Wars is coming
Yeah,
out.
It's coming out at the right fucking time. It's just so disappointing.
All they had to do was be mildly friendly. This is
Yeah,
not. This
no.
is aggressively unfriendly.
Yeah, this is like, don't play my garbage game, you fucking poor piece of shit.
And
Millionaires only.
Yeah, and then, like my friend James, who also like plays it, he only plays games until he gets bored of them.
Yeah.
This is a game you get bored of real fucking fast.
Well, yeah, because there's going to be people killing him instantly.
Well, no. Also, it's the same shit. Apparently, the campaign's really short, so it's campaign, and then they added a campaign.
Yeah.
yeah, good job.
But like online stuff is so repetitive. It is literally there is little. It's kind of like Overwatch.
Yeah,
where
I
it's,
was
like,
watching one of
little
our
bit-
friends play it, and I was like, okay, I am bored.
Yeah, see, like unless you're, it's really boring to watch too. So like,
Yeah.
and if you're dying all the time, it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
I can tell
And
you that
especially
because
if
I'm
if you're dying because there's people that have this crazy amount of like higher level stuff that you have no hope to get because you can't stay alive.
literally, I can't play this game. It's inaccessible
Yeah.
to me because I can't play. more
Because I
than-
promise you, they won't have proper matching systems.
No, they don't. Because
They
I
won't
was
have
put
those.
as like my baby level 2 up against like level 50 people.
Nah.
See, that's not.
Wasn't it EA who patented the one where you...
Was that EA?
Activision.
No, that was Activision.
That was Activision.
Okay.
So
I was
catch
thinking
that-
like, ooh,
Who pulled that shit for,
I-
for Call of Duty World
Yeah.
War II?
did they actually?
yeah.
Well, they had the fucking loot boxes that fall from the sky on Normandy Beach. I don't know if you heard about that.
On the beach, on the open
Yeah.
level,
On
loot
the-
boxes fall from the sky.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and
everybody
everybody-
can see it.
There's achievements that you unlock from watching people open loot crates. Anyway, that's
Okay.
with this story, there are a few things I need to mention, and also a very important note that I need to address to people.
Is it gonna make me any happier?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
The first thing,
Bye.
Gabby quit the podcast.
for the reason why EA is gross and will make you feel even worse, the refund button has been mysteriously moved and this is allegedly, I've seen screenshots and this is from people's reports, but I haven't confirmed it myself. But
This is
allegedly,
it's on Origin.
I believe so.
Yeah, they wouldn't
they've
have control anywhere else.
The refund button has been in some way obscured or inaccessible.
Classic.
I've seen people that
Honestly?
have contacted EA support and said the EA supporters asked, why do you want to refund this game? And he said the same reason as everybody else. I found that hilarious.
And the guy just right.
Alright, fair enough.
And finally, something that I really wish I didn't have to tell people. Hey guys, don't harass developers.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God,
is not the developer's fault, it is EA's fault.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the developers are doing what they're told by the higher ups.
Yeah.
Like it's not always a thing of integrity.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just need to make income to survive.
Yeah, it's
You know?
definitely the environmental designer's fault that there's fucking loot
Yeah,
boxes everywhere.
exactly.
You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The person wasn't one of a girl that designed the UI for this. Don't blame her. What
No.
the fuck?
No.
Like it's
She didn't move the button.
she didn't move the button. She didn't move the button. She didn't decide that you had to pay $2,000 to catch
No.
up to anyone.
These are high-end executive decisions. These are not, the code monkeys or anybody. It's just not them.
It's not that.
Leave them alone.
And apparently he's just been receiving so many death threats. So the full thing of the story is
I'm
that
upset. I'm not. I just told EA to kill themselves. I know.
Yeah.
that.
But
also,
EA, the corporation,
EA
not
is a
the
company. EA
not
doesn't
the
have a
individuals.
face.
not the
Yeah.
person who just did nothing.
No, not
Yeah.
the individuals
I did-
working on it.
Yeah, telling a company to kill themselves is dying in the stock market, not
Yeah.
actually a person dying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But so basically, because what happened with this was he had a bit of a Twitter rant, and obviously he feels very passionate about his game.
Yeah.
He was calling people armchair developers because they're sitting at home and they think themselves developers because they're like, oh, you should do this, that, the other,
Okay.
and they're stupid.
I do
He
agree, my
was
friend.
he was egging on people.
Yeah,
Then, but
definitely.
you know what? Nobody deserves death threats, and nobody deserves anything close to the
Yeah.
level that he has been getting. So
Yeah.
everyone
And
needs to shut up.
He did also delete the tweet because he realized it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Something that I did find very funny though, on the Reddit community, if you check the side, it tells you how many armchair developers are online right now, and I think that's very
that's
funny.
so good.
But yeah, it's what he did wasn't nice. Don't send people death threats.
No.
That's
He's
just
allowed to be upset that
like, he
game
is.
that he's
Yeah.
passionate about and release got this, but
Yeah.
it's not his. It's not his fault.
It's not
his
his
fault.
fault.
He's upset about it too.
It's not his fault, but it's also not the fans' fault. They,
It's no one's fault.
you need to direct your anger appropriately,
Yeah.
and don't blame the developers because on this one, don't blame developers.
Well, people are voting with their wallets with the
Yeah.
refund thing.
exactly,
Good.
and that's
Yeah.
something that I'm really happy
That's what
about.
you can do.
Even though
Refund
EA
it.
seems to be trying to mitigate.
Go play Overwatch or Left 4 Dead or something.
Just go play.
Come play Destiny 2. I'll play
Somebody
with you. It'll be
please
great.
play Left 4 Dead with me.
You shall be left for dead.
Hey guys, can you send them to Love Nikki? I need my star.
Oh my god, I can't get any more.
This is a little fun story because Activision seems to also like to be in the news, but this
Of
is
course.
actually, you know when you find yourself slightly siding with Activision, but only a little bit?
I'm still bad about them putting Destiny on the Battle.net.
I know you are. Don't get us started.
I can't talk about it.
After the podcast.
Okay.
So basically, Activision is being sued by Humvee.
Yes, I saw this.
Yeah, so
But I'm actually on the side of Humvee on this one. Activision use their shit without permission.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
case closed.
So what happened?
Hell.
So-
Oh.
yeah, well, basically, so what happened is, so they're being sued by Humvee, and Chris is exactly right. They did not ask for permission to use Humvee in pretty much almost.
What is Humvee?
Besides
Please
the
someone
Humvee-
tell me.
It's the
yeah,
Jeep
the-
that they
Okay.
use in
Yeah.
every Call of Duty game, whether it's a driving level or
Okay.
a Jeep, it's a Humvee.
Okay.
Yeah,
Every
and
time.
and they've been included in pretty much every, besides the futuristic, maybe even the futuristic Call of Duties. Just they've all had them. It's the standard.
Yeah.
If you think of a military Jeep, that's
Yeah.
a Humvee.
Yeah.
Most of the Modern Warfare
Did they have-
series, I think Black Ops 2 had them. Black Ops 1 almost definitely had them.
Did they
Yeah,
have
they're all over the
a
place.
logo on it?
That
said Humvee?
That's a good question. It's it's definitely designed after them. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
it has
did it
the
have the
logo.
logo?
Kind of just,
but-
yeah, I'm looking at it now. They don't. I can't see a logo.
A logo?
And I can't
Yeah.
see a. What's the thing that
Like an
at the front?
emblem.
Yeah, they don't have
A hood ornament. There we go.
Ornament. They don't have ornament because they're fucking war vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is literally just okay.
Here's my thing: is you cannot copyright a bunch of shapes.
See, like
It's-
look at that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You can.
Are they called
You
Humvees
can
in
for
the-
cars.
Do they call?
If
No,
you-
no, no, no. You.
Yeah.
If you create a car that is a carbon copy of a car except with your logo on it, then it's
Do-
your intellectual property. That's how intellectual property works.
Can you? Do they call them Humvees?
Do they call them Humvee?
I don't believe they call them Humvees.
See,
I
that's
think-
where I think they're wrong.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I think that's well
It's
within.
like, what are they meant to do? They're meant to, like, the army guys are meant to drive around in Porsches. No one's gonna like that.
Well, no, but they can design their own vehicles. They don't need
But
to copy
it's
the
such
design
a,
of a
it's
Humvee.
such. But the thing is,
I will give.
It is such a-
They were keeping to realism. For
they
these
were,
games.
and
they
it
just-
is
they
such
designing
a
them
generic
based off what they
design.
used at the time. It's not that it's a generic design.
I
it's
think
just
it is,
straight
'cause
up what
It is
they
a-
use.
it's
Yeah.
a-
To me, it
the
looks
prob-
very generic. And if you had asked me what brand do you think this is, I would say Hummer.
I would have said
Yeah.
Jeep.
Yeah.
Like, it's
The
straight up.
problem is that they need permission. If
Yeah.
they're going to use it, they need permission, and that's the thing. Like, the problem isn't so much that they used it. Like, and as Chris said, like it's
I
accurate.
honestly
That's
think
what
this
they were
is a
using.
little bit fair use.
Fair use.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not adding anything to it.
Yeah.
Except it's not a car game. It's just
It's-
these are
it-
cars that
they're
the
not
real
adding
army
anything
do
to it. They're not
use.
changing anything.
Well, they
They're
are changing it because they don't
discussing
have
it.
the logos on it. That is changing. That's changing enough. It's like how in Animal Crossing they have a Starbucks cup, but it's got the pigeon on it instead of the Starbucks
But
lady.
that's got a pigeon on it. It's not just straight up a Starbucks cup without the word
well,
Starbucks
that has
on
a
it.
thing. It has a thing on it, but it doesn't have the word Humvee on it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like
No, but
that.
it's-
That is just a Humvee without the Humvee logo.
No, but
on
it does have a thing in the place of it. It has a dot or something there.
Which-
There's a thing
but
there,
it's-
is my point. There is a
But
thing
it's
there.
not like
It is the same as the pigeon.
it's.
I think they won't get as much as I think they're getting, but I think
That's actually sorry, I interrupted.
yeah, I
but-
think it's just I think both have a side. I'm really neutral on this.
yeah,
But
exactly.
but I think it does fall into fair use because it is just a car. To be honest,
Yeah.
because I've seen this car heaps of places.
Well,
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing, but also it's like. I suppose it reminds me of the whole Red Cross argument, where
And I was
the Red
against
Cross
them.
was for, it's become a staple in video games, but it's also the symbol of the Red Cross.
Yeah.
And there's
And-
things there.
Yeah, I was like, well, screw Red Cross.
Yeah.
Yes, that's taken a whole new meaning. though.
The thing that's
This, however, it's not taking out. It's just the same thing.
But to me, it just looks so incredibly generic, like the cross.
It literally just looks like an army car.
Possibly
Yeah.
because it's
But-
straight up the army car.
Yeah,
exactly.
it
Like,
is the
The
army
thing is,
car.
game designers literally reference so hard, and this is a kind of game where you would literally take
Yeah,
from
it
one.
needs the reference.
The fact that they
yeah.
didn't ask for permission really
Yeah.
doesn't feel like
It doesn't feel. It feels
it doesn't
normal.
sit
Like
right, but I
is
feel like you should.
is
make
Tom
it-
It
Tom
feels
going to
like they
come
were
after
trying
them?
to save money. It feels like
You
they were
know?
trying to save money, but they don't have a TomTom GPS in it. Like,
No, but they have one that looks like it. You know, not in this game, but you know, in
Is
other
the,
games. In is Samsung, because it doesn't look like an iPhone. It looks like a Samsung in Call of Duty. Not Call of Duty. Oh my god. GTA.
but that's the
Are they
thing.
coming
They
for
very
them?
specifically have changed the design so it doesn't look like.
Well,
that.
no, it does look like a Samsung phone. It looks like the one I have right now.
GTA is just all parody. I think we can ignore it.
Yeah, but it's got the level of realism, and they have cars that are the same too. And I am pretty sure that people aren't going after
Also,
them for it.
people have tried to sue Grand Theft Auto for like.
Well, that whole
Lindsay
Lindsay
Lohan
Lohan thing.
I was
Again,
thinking
it's just parody, so they can't.
Yeah, see, like.
Yeah, but I don't
This
understand
isn't
why
parody.
this is different.
This is just straight up taking their shit.
I
The
disagree
thing,
because
like,
it's too. For me personally, it's too generic.
Okay, yeah.
At
We're
this
just
point,
rehashing
yeah,
things,
Yeah.
I'm fairly neutral about this. Sorry.
No, my one argument just got thwarted because,
I don't know
they
if you
do
were
have
excited
the they have the trademark for a game for digital versions of it, so like games and toys and books.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they did lose it because if they have the trademark for it to be used digitally and like just the design of that
Oh, yeah.
to be used digitally,
So yeah, Activision needs to pay up.
Yeah, definitely.
not as fucking much as they're
and it-
saying. Though.
No, but
Well,
they're still
yeah,
in the
that's the thing I was going to bring up. Apparently, because of the inclusion of Humvee, in their own words, they have reaped billions of dollars. Specifically because they have, like, no, that's
see.
ridiculous. Like, it's,
That
Because
literally
people don't know
doesn't
what
make
the good
sense.
gameplay's like, so
Yeah.
they buy Call of Duty instead.
like, it feels really silly that they've said that, but it's also, it's,
Dr.
that's,
Evil runs all of these companies.
yeah, exactly.
$1 billion.
Dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's just
triple
the way it
damages
be.
from Activision, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, no. They're not going to get as much as they think they are, but it's also, that's the thing. Don't use things if you don't have permission for it. Like, that's, it's...
Literally just.
I mean,
they
just
have
look at how the New Zealand Liberal Party turned out recently. They used
The
an
Eminem
song, and Eminem sued them for a few billion. It was great.
Yeah.
Good times.
They could have made a bunch of change. Looking at that car, they could have made heaps of fucking change. They
Yeah.
could have just take out the
Yeah,
scene
they
in the
could
middle
have.
there, ripped it
There
out.
was plenty of
Yeah.
stuff they could have done. It's the fact
Yeah,
that
but
they
a
didn't.
snorkel.
And I
that's
think
fucking
in
it.
the future they will.
They will, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they doing future
Catch
stuff?
a patch going in though.
Yeah.
You won't see a patch coming in to fix it.
No, they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
They
don't.
haven't even responded.
Yeah, they've
Should
already
let
got
you know,
the
Activision didn't respond.
damages and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually get a chance to cover this because it was is during the time that we had off. But so GameStop introduced a thing. Well, they haven't introduced it yet. It was to be introduced on November 19th.
So that's in a couple days.
Yeah, in a couple of days, called the Power Pass.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dumb name.
Such a dumb name, but gamers eat that shit up. I want Power Pass.
Power Pass literally sounds like a snappy name for a electrical plug converter.
Yeah.
It actually
Like a
does.
adapter?
That's amazing.
Or what else does it? Or it sounds like something from Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does too.
I told you, George. You're like, he won't go off during the
She did
podcast.
feed him before the podcast.
He did a poop, I'm sorry.
That's a gamer noise, boys.
That's a gamer noise.
That's the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard.
Power Pass, I know. So basically, what Power Pass is it's you pay GameStop $60 for the next 6 months. You basically get to rent pre-owned games from them. You get one at a time. You rent the game. You bring it back. You can rent
On
another
top
one.
of the $60?
No. So the
Oh,
$60
it's
gets
not
it
one
for
at a
free.
You know
time.
what? That's
It is. It's not.
one at a time. It's as many as you want at once. At the end of the 6 months, you get to keep one.
No, you can only have one at a time. You do get to keep one at the end, but it's...
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can
I
only
had-
have one at a time. Otherwise, you could take every single one of their pre-owned games at
either
once.
way, this is actually still really cool.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I like
seems
this
good.
idea.
You really pitched this as negative.
Oh, no. So the story itself, so we didn't cover it. The story itself is that the pass is getting delayed. And this is an excuse to bring it up again because it was during the time that we
okay.
missed.
Well, I think
So-
that's fine. I think that it's cool.
Yeah.
So they
that's
so basically what they've said is based on limitations that we've identified, they've had to delay it. So they want to work out some of the
Yeah, they're
semantics.
probably just working out like the contract and like maybe they will charge people late fees. That's sort of probably what they're working out.
Yeah, well, they need to figure
Yeah,
out.
would you only be able to rent out a game for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
Or because it's one game at a time, you can rent it out until you finish.
That's the thing. There is no late fees.
That's
Because
true.
you can honestly, even if you pay the $60, if you don't return the last game, you get to keep a game anyway. That's the game you keep.
Yeah.
I like this system. It's
Yeah.
very good for someone like me.
Yeah. It's good.
It's extremely consumer friendly.
It
It
is.
also means they get to sell
This
pre-owned games for $60.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You've got it, my boy.
Yeah, like, honestly, though.
But
that
because
is
you get
fine.
6 months of game time before it and whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm
If it's
really, I'm honestly, like, I'm on the fence, and, like, I've fallen, so one of my legs is on
here's
each
the
side,
thing.
and the fence has hit my balls, because pre-owned games are horrible for the games industry, but really good for consumers.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I'm so on the fence about
I
it.
think this is so. I think this is such a friendly move because I can test out a
GameStop
game.
was the devil
Yeah.
for a while.
I can test out a game and see if I like it and then take it back,
Now,
get a new game
GameStop
within the
and
6
EB
months.
Games here in Australia. I'm pretty sure EB Games owns games.
No, other way
No,
around.
Other way around, yeah.
So would this be coming to EB as well?
Potentially.
Possibly in the future, yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, so would I.
I would like it because theoretically, if you played the right games, you could go through a whole lot of libraries.
Oh my
Well,
god!
no, yeah. Exactly.
You get Power Pass over the Christmas holidays.
Exactly.
You literally
Just
fucking die.
you get that shit in January, and over the next 6 months, all the pre-owned games come in from the Christmas releases.
Also,
Ooh.
like most story-based games that I would be holding before, it's only like 12 hours. for
Yeah,
a story.
exactly.
Yeah, no, this is...
And then you
they
can
word it
pick
like
one.
you get unlimited returns. You just keep going
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
that 6 months
Yeah.
run out.
Like within, as long as it's within that 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, this is.
I
And
think
then you
it'd
get
be
to
really
keep
good.
one of them.
Also, it'll
It's-
empty their shelves a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people at the end of the 6 months are going to be like, well, here's my game that I'm going to pick because I got to pick one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, but you won't have all those big bins you can just go through, all the big boxes. Like-
Good, I don't want them.
Oh, but it's
Yeah, it will
so
empty it
fun.
out. Yeah. I think
Put
this
more
is-
tat in.
I think this kinda...
Imagine how small game stores would be without pre-owned games in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have died.
Well,
Yeah, no,
well,
yeah.
that's the thing. They would be dead, and like physical game stores are going out the door. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're mostly
Well,
staying
that's why
afloat from
EB
selling
Games.
tat.
Yeah, that's why
and-
EB Games are converting into zings.
Yeah, no, they've like the one on Queen Street. It's like half of it is the Z
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
and
Which
that's
is
where the
great. They
money
have
is.
some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because the
And
money's
it's like,
in
it was
merch
just
and-
smart for them to do.
Yeah.
And like, because digital game sales is taking it all because it's more convenient. But honestly,
Yeah.
this is the thing, and it's like the same argument people make for piracy. Offer a better solution.
Yeah.
And this is a better solution.
This is.
I'd pay
See,
$60 for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 is-
That's the cost of one game.
60 is the max I pay for any fucking game.
Now
It's
you get now that's
$10.
what you're gonna pay for like 10 games.
It's
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
it's $10 a month, and honestly, I could do 4 games in a month if I really,
Yeah.
if I was just trying games out, because
Yeah.
I don't spend that much time playing that many games.
Yeah.
No, like it's good for people who just
Yeah.
like, also you don't feel bad for spending money and then
No.
realizing you don't like it.
Exactly, because I have never returned a game before. I'm one
think
of those
that's
people that feel guilty, and I'm like, well, I've made this bed, and I just won't return something.
I've traded in console games.
Yeah.
Just
But,
because.
I've
Okay.
traded in when I traded the console in
Yeah,
before,
exactly.
but I've never returned it because I didn't like it. I just
360 line
I just
around.
dealt with my
I moved
purchase.
my Xbox One up into the house, and now the rest of the family gets to play it.
Oh, how nice of you.
How is this gonna
Just taking
affect
space.
reselling value? Like the return value? Is it gonna be exactly the same?
I would
as
imagine
before?
the return values will remain the same,
Good.
purely
Yeah.
because this is just an increase in profit.
I
This is a
want my
purely
$4.
GameStop-based
Yeah.
initiative. It won't have any bearing on return value.
Because I want my $4 per game off.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it seems like a good system. Like I generally err on the side of the consumer. It's disappointing that now I'm a part of the games industry, and it's like I kind of have to care about if things get like
Well,
these kinds
but
of things.
this-
But,
Even
you know.
so, I'm completely pro-consumer.
This is
Mm.
I'm
I'll
always
speak to you before I make
pro-consumer.
games.
I'm always pro-consumer, but if you look at it from a developer point of view, honestly, like that purchase has already been made, because this is a pre-owned game, and now somebody is getting the opportunity to potentially pick up a game that they didn't know about my franchise beforehand. Sort of thing. Because that's the thing is, I would honestly... I've never picked up a Far Cry, or I haven't. I've never played Far Cry, but with this system I might. You know?
It's like you just
and then I might be a new...
You're
like,
training
you know?
in a game, it's like you finish everything you wanted to. You see
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 or 4.
Exactly.
So might as well.
And then maybe I will pick up Far Cry, whatever is the next one, 6 or whatever.
And
5 is
then-
actually
But 5
really
is
good.
out, like, soon. It's that's actually the one I'm kind of like, hey, hang on.
It's in
Yeah.
US.
But that's
great.
that ties into the merch.
Yeah.
Because you
And
find
then I
something
might
else-
buy Far Cry merch.
Yeah.
because one of the big things about pre-owned games is one of the reasons why they push pre-orders so much and give you pre-order bonuses is because like a lot of it is because of pre-owned games. Because when you go into GameStop, if you go and you try to buy a brand new game and they have a pre-owned version, they'll go, well, the pre-owned version is cheaper. Do you want to get the pre-owned version? Because they earn more money from it.
And if you want
and
to
none of it
support
ends
your
up going
developer,
to-
you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
like, if
exactly.
you want to support the developer.
Because all that money goes to GameStop, and
that's-
GameStop
yeah.
is honestly the worst.
Yeah, but that's a personal choice. Like, if you can't afford it, then, you know, do what you need to do.
I
And
wasn't
that's
a big
why
fan
it's-
of pre-orders until I heard this. But now with pre-orders combined with this, it could be very interesting for both, very good even for both developers and consumers.
Yeah.
I think this might be
The
the middle
combination of
ground.
two works.
This is a good
nice,
middle
it's
ground. I like
nice.
this. Until there's a digital version
Yeah.
that they can implement. Who knows?
I'm not. That just wouldn't work at all because
Yeah.
pre-owned games don't exist digitally.
No.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm mostly a PC player. Don't really care that much because you can't get pre-owned PC games because it's all
That is true.
DRM.
Yeah, where's
and
your
Valve.
Master Race now, you piece of shit?
It's over there.
It's
Humble
fine.
Bundle, guys.
It's fine.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
the Humble Bundle.
Let's
that on there?
talk about it now.
talk about
Yeah,
the Humble
let's talk
Bundle.
about the Humble Bundle.
You insulted my PC. We're going to clap back.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
so the current Humble Bundle that's out is the Humble Care package, and honestly, I encourage everybody to purchase it. It's
It's
30.
got Stardew on it.
It's got Stardew on it. It's $30. There's 26 games on there. There's some really great one. We got Psychonauts, Starbound, Darkest Dungeon, Duck Game, Stardew Valley, Her Story.
Magicka's on there.
Like 3 of those games alone are worth $30. It's
It has Pony Island.
Yeah, that's
Island?
Pony Island.
Usually when they do these kinds of things, the codes do run out because the developers, so 100% of this goes to charity. So
Yeah.
none of it goes to Humble, none
And
of it to the
Humble
developers.
is
So it'll be a
matching.
limited run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Humble
they're
is
giving free
matching
codes.
$300,000 as well, so it'll be on top of that. They have already hit that goal.
Yeah.
But feel free to continue to add more money to the pool for the charity.
They must
What
be at
charity is
least.
You choose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You choose, but it's all like to provide aid for Puerto Rico. So it's all like Red Cross.
Well,
and-
I assume that Red Cross.
Red Cross is one of the options. Yeah.
Please do not
Don't
choose
support
Red Cross, though.
But
None of the money will actually make it to Puerto Rico.
yeah. But yeah, that's the whole thing is to provide aid is essentially that's why it's called the care package. It's very nice. But yeah, usually there are limited codes because the developers are providing them for free or Humble's paying for the codes, and because it's all going to charity.
Yeah, and in
they only have a
this
certain
case,
amount.
I believe it will be the developers providing them for free because Humble's already matching the 300,000.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
please jump on it if you can.
Yeah.
They must
It's
be at least maybe 1.5 mil at this point.
I think
That's
they were. I think they
nice.
were at $500,000.
yeah.
last time I looked.
Yeah, they just about hit $500,000
Yeah.
last time I checked as well.
And then another 300k on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh well, 300k. Well, yeah, they're gonna add 300k. Yeah,
At
you're
the
right.
end, yeah.
So they must be at least 1.5 by now.
Well, I checked this morning, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Our last bit of news.
But it'll get there because it's still got another week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
Our last and best bit of news. Got to save the best for last. They may be making a Mario movie.
Me.
But here's the difference though. Guys, it's a CG movie.
It
It's
is.
going to be, it sounds like it's going to be heavily involved with Nintendo. So I have high hopes.
Ah.
It's done by Illumination.
Yeah, so
Which
they
I
kind
trust.
of-
It's Despicable Me, I
Yeah.
believe.
So
yeah, but that's not all they've
yeah.
done.
No,
So-
that's
so-
the biggest, most recent one.
So take this information with a grain of salt because this is all leaked. And it's basically they're apparently in close dealings with Illumination. Like they're close to finishing their dealings with Illumination to get
Yeah.
this done.
Yeah.
As long as it's Illumination.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Illumination did Despicable Me
And Minions.
and
Minions.
Minions.
Stork.
Just this
They did Storks, yes.
franchise.
What's the other one?
That was DreamWorks that did Boss Baby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Who did sing?
Illumination.
Illumination.
Okay, no, it's hopefully they don't do what they did because
Where?
they Illumination is the best place to go for cheap animation.
Yeah.
It is the best. They reuse the reason Minions are so popular because you can reuse them.
Yeah.
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 And the thing is, there's no way that, since this is an animated movie, they will be just taking Nintendo's pre-made assets already.
Mario Odyssey's got some great assets. in
Yeah,
there.
but
There's
that
good
worries
versions of
me
the
because I would
animations.
rather a company
Get
try
a
to...
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, their writing isn't.
No, their writing is not as good
I
as it
feel
should
like
be.
a lot of the writing would be handled by Nintendo.
Yeah, I hope so.
I
I
hope
do
so,
too.
but then why doesn't Nintendo just do it themselves? They have the
Well,
ability.
They do have a studio.
They do have,
a
they
studio.
do have a studio. They could just expand on their animation team.
Yeah.
I think they want to release it Western.
Yeah, and I think that's fine.
That's okay.
That's
that,
good.
that could be where Illumination steps in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope Illumination doesn't have too much to do with it.
Yeah.
I hope Illumination is literally just the studio.
Yeah.
I hope they have no
His-
creative rights.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah. So here's my saving grace for this. Nintendo's inclusion could even make a good Rabbids game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and indeed.
So and it did. Minions are basically the Rabbids of the film
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
They're the same
I'm also
thing.
just hesitant about the movie because, like, if it's going to be an animated movie, why don't we just get another game?
Hey guys, what happened? Did Gangster Noir just fall out of favor with the children?
It must have because, like, honestly,
Did child
it's-
references and being constantly drunk just fall out of favor with?
Like, yeah, that's what happened.
Don't you like Blade Runner? But it is on mushrooms.
Blade Runner mushroom.
But yeah,
That's all it
it's
is.
Like-
the Super Mario movie actually came out in the year me and Georgia were born, and so I feel a close kinship with that movie. And I'm
Suddenly,
I'm disappointed that we will have a better Mario movie.
I'm just really
What was it
disappointed
about?
we shouldn't be friends.
I just theorizing.
It's also the
All
year that
the
Jurassic
Mario
Park
movies
came
are
out,
about.
so.
Honestly,
I was
I'm kind of
Jurassic Park 2, probably.
No,
Yeah.
no.
yeah. That
I'm talking about Jurassic Park!
No, I was born when Lion King came out, 1995.
Oh, well, you got good then.
Yeah.
But
And they're remaking that, so I know your pain.
I think honestly the plot's gonna be, like
Mario.
The plot will be Mario. Like there's like every Mario game follows the same plot with a different
Yeah.
setting.
Yeah.
I think this setting has to be just a basic like Mushroom Kingdom kind of thing.
I
you
will
think-
be
do you think it'll
disappointed
be
at the
based-
extreme damsel Peach.
I think they might change it.
I really hope they do.
I
They
really
almost
think they're
definitely
going
will.
to
Do
change
you
it.
think it'll be based off Super Mario Odyssey and we could see a return to Cappy in the cinematic world?
Interesting. I'm not sure.
I think it would be a mistake because it would
Yeah.
be too close.
Yeah, I think they want to.
I think because it's a wonderful story. I'm not saying that. I'm just
okay,
saying
so-
like it'll be too close in
Right.
time.
How long would it take to make the movie? 3-5 years? Yeah.
If
no,
they're using Nintendo's assets,
Yeah,
a year.
Yeah, it's
no,
Illumination
not
we're
even that.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, but for the visual stuff, but Nintendo the writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a year.
I'd pin it closer to
Yeah, it'd be
3.
2 years.
Mm.
But
That's
just
about how long the
That's
emoji
if the
movie
that's
took.
if the writing
But that's
isn't already
the-
done is the thing because
Right.
perhaps
I don't
Nintendo
think
has
they
been
did write
approaching
on that
companies
one.
with scripts.
I would like to propose that they're going the Star Wars Pokemon route where they do the OG stuff and rehash that.
I would like that.
Because
That would be cool.
yeah, well, that's the only way you can get older audiences to be like, oh, I remember this. You know.
I think that there's some really nice writing in things like
live action one, but like animated.
Oh,
Please.
no, don't even. Ryan.
the Mario and Luigi RPGs as well as Paper Mario,
Please don't
those
say that.
have really nice writing.
Yeah.
And those would actually work really well if you
I
converted
would
that
have
to a
liked
movie.
to see.
Does it mean we get a Yoshi movie too?
Well, I would have liked
Oh.
to see a Yoshi movie.
Kirby?
Yoshi
Kirby
would make
movie.
good, yeah.
Let's
Is-
do Zelda.
Let's-
That's honestly the more. It is the most
I'm
movie
having-
viable.
I'm having a fear at a
Yes.
live action Zelda, but
I would- no, it is the most viable.
Even an animated Legend of Zelda movie, I wouldn't be comfortable with.
No,
because
I
that
want
means
live
Link
action.
Would have to talk.
I want live. No, he
Is
does
Mario
not.
gonna talk?
No.
Is he gonna form full sentences?
Mario is going to talk. Link does not need to talk in the
Link
kind of
doesn't.
film that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
What kind of film are you thinking about?
What Murray doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, princess. That's what we need. We just
Because that's all I can think
we need
of.
to bring
I
it
think
back. Yeah.
No, you don't.
like, you know, exploring a mute protagonist is a good thing.
Yeah, also, I watched Spirit the other day. You don't need
No,
the
exactly.
protagonist to talk to tell storytelling if you're good at it.
And you do not need
I
to
I
have.
don't think Spirit's a very good example because that voiceover pretty much talks for the horse.
He doesn't explain a lot,
He
though.
explains
Okay,
very
what
much
about
enough.
the most
Yeah,
recent
enough.
Ghibli movie, the turtle one, the red turtle one? It's a silent
seen it,
film.
yeah.
It's beautiful. Give it a watch.
Yeah,
I
also-
can't remember
It's
what
a
it's.
Ghibli movie, of course.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
with another studio as
Also,
well. I
Link
just
doesn't
can't
have to
bring them to my
talk.
mind. No.
Link doesn't have to talk. There's, a
Well,
fucking
there's
owl there.
there's
a tree
owls,
there.
but so many other people talk for Link
Yeah.
is the thing, and I really
But
think
the
it could
biggest
be
thing
done.
about the Zelda franchise is the combat.
Yeah,
How
and there
would
would
that-
be you could do amazing combat scenes.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
And actually, also, I would argue the sense of adventure is the best thing about
Yeah,
the
the
Link
openness, but
series.
I think that
That's one of the biggest problems. That's one of the big reasons why Assassin's Creed isn't really going to work as a movie.
I think you just need to
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think it's kind of about
Games
writing.
don't translate into movies.
Well,
When you-
you're
Not
right.
without
You are
work.
right there. They don't.
only if you have shitty writers.
Yeah, exactly. Only when
Good
you're only there
writers.
for cash.
Yeah, good writers write good things.
Yeah, exactly. You can make this work. Like you can.
Okay, let me rephrase that because I just counted my own point in my head.
Mm.
Modern games don't translate into movies.
Well-
Warcraft worked really well because that was a linear narrative adventure.
Well, so is
So is
Legend
Link.
of Zelda.
Yeah.
Not any. I mean, maybe.
It
no,
is. It
What
very
are
much
you
is
talking
linear.
about?
No.
Which one are you talking about? There's
Oh,
multiple-
none of them are linear.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
There's
very
all a
much
very
not.
specific way that you have to do things, and the first three. I'm gonna go with Ocarina of Time. The first three things you have to do in the specific order, and then after that you have some freedom, but there is still the last temple that you have to do last.
Yeah.
But there's very much the sense of exploration and branching
Yeah,
off and doing
and
what
you
you
can
want.
definitely-
That will never
That's the-
translate.
That's what you need for the game, but for the
Yeah.
movie, you can just have the 3-act structure, and it will.
It will work.
What would a 3-act structure for a Legend of Zelda game look like? Temple 1, Temple 2, Temple 3? That's getting good.
No,
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 no.
one temple.
One temple?
One.
Okay, so then the whole getting more powerful thing's not going to happen because
It would.
So it all happens in the
You
one
can
temple.
do all 3
No.
temples and then
You
go to
could
the
do
big
3
temple.
temples and then. But I would see this as a franchise of movies, not just one. And that's the thing is you would need to write it as so.
As a franchise,
Yeah.
it would still get very repetitive because
I'm-
the movies would go.
But the
exploration
the
temple,
areas
I'm
in
kind
the
of thinking.
zones.
I'm kind of thinking a
Exploration temple.
Zelda like Tomb Raider style
The
kind of
area,
thing.
yeah.
Literally
like-
thinking the mummy because the
Yeah.
mummy goes multiple tombs, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Yeah.
And it's just like an homage to things, and it's just like
The
it would
mummy
be.
was
It
never
would be
taken
less
seriously.
about. It would be less about Link
That's why
acquiring
the
the
Dark
stones,
Souls
and more
happening.
about Link,
Okay.
you know, befriending these things.
Guys,
So,
Yeah.
let me just
A
quickly say,
Lord of
I'm
the
talking about
Rings
the mummy.
style Zelda trilogy.
Well, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
How do you
The
like
sense
that,
of
Chris?
adventure,
I see
the sense
Quiz
of
looking-
adventure, and the sense of wonder in Lord of the Rings can maintain through in a Zelda style thing. It is very similar landscapes. to
Yeah.
just
Like.
Lord of the Rings is very, like, what's the word? I'm looking
the
for?
difference is the good writing.
Conversationally focused.
Mm.
Link doesn't talk.
It's also very walking focused. Link does a lot of
He
walking.
does a lot of writing.
But that's
then
see.
also-
Here's the thing:
no,
is
no,
I
no.
think that
No.
exploring a silent protagonist is a really cool thing that people need to do
Yeah,
more of.
we
Sure,
Yeah.
but I don't think.
I think this is
Zelda's
down
the
to
place
your
do
personal
it.
taste.
Yeah.
Of our sense of film.
Yeah,
I think that it's also very theoretical, and
Yeah.
they could do something good, but it's
Yeah.
it's
no, I'm
it's
saying that
interesting.
like if you get actual writers and don't make it a cash grab, Yeah.
With actual writers, technically you can make anything work, really.
I feel like a Lord of the Rings trilogy style would work if Link talks, but I don't think anyone who plays the games would be comfortable.
Well,
with
I
that
don't think
at
Link
all.
would need to talk at all. I think that we might need to add some companions, but that's not
You
unheard
can
of.
make
So what? Link
comedically.
just
Yeah.
no, because if it's Lord of the Rings style comedy, it's all the
Lord of the
halflings.
Rings still has comedy.
It
in
does, and then they kill it.
They do kill it. But Zelda doesn't... Okay,
Literally.
Zelda does get quite grim.
Yeah, and I think it needs the comedy to balance it out.
Yeah.
It's
You
a,
kill
a
that
good
silent
balance. Good.
protagonist. Imagine if Charlie Chaplin played Link.
That's not what.
No.
Charlie Chaplin and Link aren't a thing. Like you're
No.
literally comparing apples and oranges.
I know. That was a good comparison anyway. I liked it.
No. What have you guys been playing?
I've been playing Camp.
Camp.
Yeah.
Pocket
Pocket
Camp?
Camp.
Pocket
Yeah.
Camp.
Yeah.
And Love Nikki, sorry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. It's,
I've been playing a bit more than that.
well, because we've all been to Supernova,
Yeah.
so we've been handling
Been a
that. We
little
could
bit
actually
busy.
talk about that a bit if you want.
Yeah, let's skip the what have you been playing, because we all know what we've been playing. We've been playing nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
With Supernova Talk. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Wait, I've been playing Sims 4.
Oh, right.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
have a whole review to do.
I do
Yeah.
have a review.
All right.
So Sims 4 Pets I'm finding delightful. I got a little overwhelmed. I don't need that. I got a little overwhelmed because I got a little happy and I had 5 pets in one go and I was like, I just want all the pets. And I was like, okay, I need to calm down. So I've made a new family with just one pet and we're getting to know each other and it's wonderful. You can put outfits on them. Their interaction with the dog are very realistic and I love it. Like it's just like things like you can cuddle them on the couch. You can sit up and cuddle them on the couch and you can use them as a support animal and I love that. But also the dogs can there's so many breeds and there's so many they do. You have to train them to go outside now. They don't just automatically do it. Their learned behaviors are very good and intuitive, and I really like that. You train them to do tricks still, but you don't have to you be like, oh, I'm going to lecture you about this, and then slowly they'll learn. If you're consistent with it, if you're not consistent, it will go down. It's a constant moving meter, and I really like it. It's really they went in depth on it, and it's good. And I love the animals. There's so many breeds, and you can mix all the breeds.
Do you know what breeds you can't mix though?
What?
Horses.
No, you can't, because unfortunately there's no horses. I thought there was, but there's not. But you can paint on your animals.
Can I paint a dog to look like a horse?
You could, yeah.
Actually, people have done some really nice stuff. Like I saw somebody they turned a cat into a red panda. So
Yeah,
they
it
had
was
a red
cute.
panda pet. You can turn them into raccoons. You can anything that's there's a
okay.
breed of dog which is fox. It's just
Yeah.
a fox.
I'm going to move to America, get GameStop Pass, whatever it was called, Power Pass,
Yep.
get the pre-owned Sims 4 and the pets, and just
How?
I'm going to do it, and then
It's a
I'm
PC game.
going to do it, and then I'm going to make
Y'all just
a
talking
Guardians
about
of the Galaxy inspired family with Rocket Raccoon.
That sounds cute. I like that. You could probably even give it a little vest as
I just-
well.
Yes, you can, because you can wear
I haven't
clothes.
seen any of that cute. I just saw the cat that had the word fuck spray painted on
Yeah,
it.
that's what that convinced me, though. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I was
Wow, it
convinced.
truly is customizable.
Yeah. Literally, you can spray paint on your pets in the outfit thing, not actual spray paint.
I was gonna say what you said.
No.
I saw somebody make a Slayer-inspired cat.
Yeah, it's really cool, but the actual interaction with the animals are good.
How fine detail can you get?
Pretty fine detail.
Fine. So could you get 4 cats and then repaint them to look like the members of Metallica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that fine detail?
Georgia knows more than me.
Yeah.
That's not particularly fine detail, so yeah.
Well, yeah.
You
There
could
are the
definitely do
nuances
it.
between the face names.
But yeah, it's really good, and I'm really impressed with how they made the animals work. And they have so many different interactions with so many every item they have special interactions with, basically. And also they lay around all funny and cute.
For,
And,
it's
they
half
roll
of the
over when they
interactions
sleep
for most
and
of the
they
items,
kick.
just scratch it up.
Well, for the cats, that is a option. But they get scared of things, and they have obsessions with things, and they love certain things, and it's not just the bathtub.
I
You know?
think
It's just good, and when they
Sims
sleep,
too.
when they sleep, sometimes they do the dream kicky thing.
Oh.
So, Georgia,
Oh, and you can Simstagram them.
I was just about to bring that up.
So you can Simstagram your pet. I actually sent that into the group chat, a photo of my cat.
Yeah, I
His
saw
name
that.
was Bacon, asleep.
Aw.
I Simstagrammed him.
You know, I'm gonna reskin a dog to look like a pig.
Although there's no filters on Simstagram.
Well, I believe your sim chooses that.
Ah, fair enough. You don't
They
get
have
that much
some
control.
autonomy.
Isn't that what it seems is that they have no control? They do as you command when you command, for you are God.
Well, they
Only
control
sometimes.
the finer points of what they do.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you don't control every little bit. If you go play game, you don't decide what they do in the game, just that they're playing the game.
And you
So the
don't
finer
decide, I don't
points-
decide like, hey, make it burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, set fire. And I'm
I
like,
mean, yeah, you can.
No.
Tell them to walk away.
well, yeah, but like, sometimes they'll
It-
burn it when I'm just like, hey, cook this, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes they're just shitty.
And I'm like, can you please just not set the house on fire once?
This is Sim Josie. No. Perfect English, not Simish. English, no.
So, Georgia, do you want to give your official, you can give it a nugget score?
My meta score.
Out of 100
My metagamer
nuggets.
score, whatever it's called, is 99 out of 100 nuggets. The -1 is because of the lack of horses.
Yeah. I miss
Okay.
horses a lot.
There's even obstacle courses for the like cats and dogs, but that's where the horses. I was like, oh, there's horses because I saw the obstacles.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's for jumping and stuff. No, those are for cats and
You
dogs.
can set them on fire.
Like the hoops, so they can jump through a flaming hoop.
See little fireballs running around the floor.
Not the pets!
Oh, even the
It's
hair.
on fire.
They even have hair. Like if your
I'm-
animal is
I'm
fluffy,
going to
you have
accost
to
you
brush them.
until you remove another point because you can't set the animals on fire for realism.
No, bad,
You can set the Sims on fire.
bad. I'm sure the animal can die as well.
You're
I mean, yeah,
making a
obviously.
point.
Yeah, you
Give me my
can
realism.
when they're fluffy.
Take off the point.
When they're fluffy,
Take
you
off.
have to brush them. Otherwise,
can
they get
decide-
hairballs places.
Okay.
They get hairballs places, and you have to pat them. And when you pat them, the hair goes everywhere if you haven't
Oh.
brushed them. So there's a lot of realism in
Yeah.
that. And
Actual pet ownership.
and you can use their poop as fertilizer. So that's something for the gardening. I like to garden in The Sims, so that I cared about that.
Yeah.
But that is a thing.
I moved to a desert town and I'm like, oh, gardening.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
Oh, no.
Spray paint the ground.
You can grow succulents.
Yeah. Just a bunch of succulent garden with my toddler.
Yeah.
but it's definitely one of the best expansions. I
Yeah.
would recommend.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like
Yeah.
one of the best Sims.
They've just done it
expansions.
really well.
Yeah.
Pets are always fun. The fun, like, I always love, like, I think Sims 2 was the last Sims game I actually played.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
love
Two was
pets.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done. I just think because sometimes with the pets, it's just a little too involved. But this one
Yeah.
is the right amount of like you can have a pet in your family and it not be solely about the pet. That's my personal play preference. I'm like, I'm going to follow the dog, but
And it
But
is
it-
that way if you have 5 pets.
yeah,
like you
yeah.
tried
But
to.
you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. It can be like I have a cat and my sim is a business president. You know?
Yeah.
An evil business president.
Yeah.
The president of EA, for example. The company that
Well,
made
you
this.
can go into game design in
so
Sims
better.
4, so
Yeah, you can.
you can't be the president of EA.
Great.
I regret having my Sims be a Renaissance guy, so he has to change his job.
I know,
all the
it's
fucking
so
time.
annoying.
Oh my god.
But yeah, good job.
Yeah.
So, super
Good job, Maxis. Not EA.
Yeah.
Supernova.
Yeah. I'm still tired.
Me too.
He's still recovering.
Yeah.
Georgia and Gabby have been very tired because they actually had stall there.
It was an emotional experience.
Yeah.
I was so I didn't realize how afraid I was until like looking at it retrospectively, but it was such a good experience. We got next to this really lovely guy, Neil Martin Art. Check him out. Cool oil paintings.
Yeah, he is beautiful.
Like
oil
an
paintings.
amazing artist.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and really lovely.
And he's friends with Ashley Beavers,
Yeah.
who does the curvy women.
Yeah, and just like
cartooning.
literally, I've been following her for 5
Yeah.
years, and halfway through the convention, I'm like, hang on.
Yeah, we both had the same
Yeah.
reaction because we both really liked
I had a
art.
small little cry about it. I was like, one of my idols
Yeah.
is next to me.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. It's really fun to meet people.
Yeah, everyone was so nice.
Yeah, and everyone's just lovely.
Yeah.
And I was an errand boy, and I got a lot of exercise, which I needed.
Yeah.
That was my experience.
Ryan knows the way from the convention center to 7-Eleven really well.
I mean, it's a straight line, but he knows that line
Is that
so
what it
well.
was every time?
Maybe, yeah.
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 Because I went on the Saturday, and every time we always managed to get back to their stall. And sometimes Ryan was there, sometimes he wasn't.
Yeah.
Now I know he was probably at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And he was grabbing our stuff because holy dolly, was we hungry? Was we tired? Was
Well,
we...
because it would be like, oh, you know, because we'd get there at like 9 o'clock or, you know, whatever time. And then suddenly it'd be 2 o'clock and we're like, oh, we haven't eaten.
Yeah.
So can you go get us food, Ryan?
Yeah, no, but it was really fun. A lifelong goal, and catch us at Golden Nova.
Yeah, exactly.
Real
Catch us
fun.
next time.
Yeah, in April.
Yep.
Yeah. And Chris, how was your experience going around the actual floor of
Well, my experience started at like 10 a.m. Saturday morning in a line. That was the line to go see Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham. Oh my god, you guys are so good. He's good people.
They are lovely.
Like, I was... Travis I got through pretty quickly. He's a man of few words, as it turns out. But Laura Bailey, I actually managed to stop and have a chat with her for a couple of minutes. We talked about, wow, she's the voice of Jada Proudmore. By the way, there's some images for Jaina out there in the new expansion. Oh, fucking badass.
Yeah. Looks really
Point. Had to talk to her about Critical Role, which is their D&D podcast, which is absolutely amazing, and how almost every other person on there is DM'd except for her and Ashley. And so she'll be coming up soon, and I'm keen for that. And this is cool.
Yeah.
This is great. And I got him to sign my DM's guide, and I had a nerd moment.
There.
And then I went to track down the rest of the people I was hanging out with, because I cosplayed as Shaggy, and they were all the rest of the gang. We lost Scooby. The number of times we were asked, where's Scoob?
Yeah.
For the second half of the convention, we were mimicking taking shots every time someone asked.
Yeah. God.
Like, we would have died if we were actually...
Yeah. It's fun.
Scooby-Doo, this, like, the whole Mystery Gang is such a popular cosplay. I saw, like, 4 or 5 groups.
I didn't.
Really?
No.
I literally saw, I guess, over the entire weekend.
Oh, every
Yeah.
weekend.
But yeah,
I
I
was
saw
only there
4 or
on the
5
Saturday.
groups, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure was the busiest day.
Yeah, Saturday's
Saturday,
always the
yeah.
I
busiest
always
day.
see Velma.
Yeah, always Velma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, specifically, I saw groups. They weren't always complete, but the majority of them were.
Yeah. So that was Supernova and what we've been playing, which wasn't very much besides being at Supernova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love Nikki.
Love Nikki.
Pocket Camp.
Pocket Camp. Destiny 2. Editing videos, I assume, for Ryan.
Not yet, but will be. Ooh, videos are coming.
Catch us back on YouTube.
Catch us back at these boys.
Where can they catch us, the Nuggcast podcast, Ryan?
Me? Oh, shit.
Maybe Georgia.
Maybe Georgia. Hey, Georgia, where can catch us?
Well, you can find the Nuggcast podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud at the Nuggcast. But if you want to catch us on YouTube, you can find us at the Nugbox, where we have the podcast, but also several other gaming-themed videos, like little weekly news bites and just collaborative game experiences. Plus some other stuff we got going on soon.
We also have...
On all our other
Nugbox on
socials,
Twitter.
yeah, we're on all our other socials. We're Nugbox on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Tumblr.
Yep, we got a Tumblr now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What's your personal channel, Ryan?
My personal channel is Neroxium. Follow me on Twitter. I'm Neroxide. God,
And I
I've got
think you are in the
different things.
process of unifying these.
Yeah, I'm trying to. And I'm gonna start uploading some gaming videos, so keep an eye on that.
Sweet.
Yeah, the easiest way to find him is to go through my side channel because I'm unified everywhere.
Yeah.
Which you can catch me. Oh, well, yeah, I'll fix. No, I still have that. I stole my name back.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. You can catch me at George Rout on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Tumblr.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just do art and gaming.
Catch me on Facebook at Out of the Shed Studios, or or on Twitter at OOTS Games. I've just released my next game, Operation Free Fire. But it's 2 games in one. It's a vertical shooter space game, and then if you flip it around and play it horizontally, it's a completely different gameplay. It's
It's
great.
a side shooter.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play it.
Yeah, think
I
like
currently
top-down
have
asteroids.
the Samsung.
Yeah, it's like an asteroid
Currently,
thing.
I have a
Yeah.
Samsung, so I will be able to
Yeah,
download
it will
it.
be. It's available on the Google Play Store right now. Also, check out Dodgem, because that's still a thing I'm doing.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Georgia, where's that art?
Well, it's holidays now.
Gabby.
And you can catch me on Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter, Tumblr.
Galaxy Sword, which
And
is
on YouTube.
one word. Oh, and I'm on YouTube as well. And I will be editing and uploading because I do not have an excuse anymore.
Ooh.
So I
No.
will be uploading something. I'll
Stuff.
upload something.
Just
Yeah.
stuff.
No excuse is fun.
Speed painting or something.
Yeah, I'll do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, catch me
A little
talking.
something.
Yeah, I'm back on my
All,
bullshit.
all of the work you did leading up to Supernova, you should have recorded that.
I tried.
Speed paint.
I really tried.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
That's the Nuggcast. Have a cool time.
No!
Good time.
I got
Be
it.
sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Have a cool
Have a cool
time.
Bye!